there's this lady. She comes up and she said, my daughter's really, really sick. I mean, we got to get her to the clinic. I can't get her there. She's so sick, she can't walk, she can't do anything. And so I said, well, just a minute, let me check around. I'll find somebody, and we'll have a bucket. That's like a backpack that you can carry people in. And so I started asking, and everybody has an excuse. I got to work in my field. No, we've got to go there. We got everybody. I mean, no matter who I ask, oh no, that's impossible. We can't do that. And I was getting really frustrated because this kid's really sick and they're way in the jungle. And finally I just said, well, okay, nobody's going to help. And I'm going to go up there. I don't know what I can do. I don't know if I can get her back. We head on up, and the trail is just horrible. At one point, I'm walking along on the edge of a pongras. It's like where the dirt is just falling away, and I mean, one misstep, and you're down that thing. And I finally get there about noon, and I go into this little nipa hut. There's about 6 feet by 6 feet, and in that little tiny nipa hut, there's 6 children, and 4 of them are sick, and 2 girls, both teenagers. They're so sick, the one, she can't even lift her head up. I got the bucket and I said, okay, well, let's get the girl into it. I hope she lives until we get to the clinic. And I walk out the door, and there's Maliling. Maliling is not a Christian, but he's taking Bible studies. And he'd heard that we were needing somebody, and he'd made that hike all the way up there just to help. And I thought, man, that is what a Christian is. It was so steep. I mean, every step I took, I was grabbing for something to hold on to, because it was just really, really tough, and it was hot. And fortunately, Maliling, when it got really bad, he'd take over when I was falling too many times. Then I'd follow, and I'd keep asking, well, is she still alive? Anyway, it was 3 hours. It took us that long to get her back to the clinic. But her sister was almost as sick as she was. Well, the next day, Dwayne came in, the pilot of the helicopter, and so we sent the father back. We said, you clear a landing space. Amazingly enough, although it's very, very precipitous where they live, there was one little flat spot. He said, you clear a landing spot there. We said, you light a fire when you're ready. So we called up Dwayne, and he got in the helicopter. Well, we could just sit on our front porch. We could see the entire flight. And I mean, maybe 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, he was there. He landed, picked up the girl. Another 1.5 minutes, he was back here with her. And then they appraised both of them to see what condition they were. Later in the day, they flew both of them out to the lowland hospital because they were so sick. Turns out that Milka had measles, malaria, and pneumonia. And Tika, she had 3 different diseases too. Anyway, they were in pretty bad shape, but a few days later I was down there to visit them, and I walk into the hospital, and of course they're really, really shy, especially down there, really shy. And they're real mountain people, so they're much more shy than the people around here. And I was talking with her mom, and Milka wouldn't look at me, but toward the end she looked up at me and she smiled. And that one smile was that's just worth it all, because it's just knowing that you made a difference. That she very well could have been dead if we hadn't done anything. And it was so nice with the helicopter that with the second one, with Tika, I mean, it was so easy, in a sense, to go get her and get her out of there. So Anyway, you know, that I thought, boy, that sure shows you the difference one way or the other. I mean, 1.5 minute flight versus 3 hours crawling through the jungle, somebody on your back.